Okay, good morning. Am I audible properly?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So, up to yesterday, we discussed about the effect of negative feedback on the various parameters of that feedback amplifier. In that, the first one, we seen the effect on gain, that gain decreases. The second parameter, which we observed, that is stability to gain. So we concluded the stability to the gain, it gets improved by using negative feedback. Third one, uh, we discuss about the frequency or frequency response and the bandwidth of that amplifier. In that, we studied the lower cutoff frequency, it gets decreased, higher cutoff frequency, it gets increased by using negative feedback, and hence, at the end, the bandwidth of that amplifier, it gets increased. And the last one was the effect of negative feedback on the input and output impedances of that amplifier. So based on the topology, as there are four types of feedback amplifiers like voltage series, current series, voltage shunt, and current shunt, depending on the topology, we at the end concluded that the input and output impedances get improved by using negative feedback, right? So today we'll see the effect of that negative feedback on the input and output impedances by how much factor. Yesterday already I told, but mathematically we will going on to discuss on that. So today's topic is effect of negative feedback on input and output impedances of voltage series and current series feedback amplifier. Okay. So see, yesterday already I told, even if there are four topologies, out of that four, you have to study as per your syllabus only two, that is voltage series and current series feedback amplifier. And that's why the effect of negative feedback on the input and output impedances of these two topologies, we will go on to discuss in detail today. Okay. Is it visible properly? Screen is visible properly. Yes, I verified it. It's okay. No issue. So we'll see, first of all, the effect of negative feedback on the input and output impedances of first one, that is voltage series. Okay. So for this voltage series feedback amplifier, in that, first of all, we will see the effect of negative feedback on input impedance. Okay. So the first topology, that is voltage series feedback amplifier. Now, can you draw the block diagram of voltage series feedback amplifier? Just try by yourself. As it is voltage series, that means what? There is voltage type of sampling and series type of mixing. Okay. So according to the type of sampling and type of mixing, try to draw the block diagram by yourself. Can you draw it? See, as there is a series type of mixing, our first block is signal source. Which will be the signal source? Fast. Our first block is signal source. Series type of mixing. That's why I will be going to show it like this. Then second block is basic amplifier. already type of sampling is mentioned, that is voltage, and that's why this feedback network, it should be connected in parallel to the output of basic amplifier. Can anyone, which type of signal source will be there? Either voltage source or current source. First block. No one?
Voltage source.
Yes, it will be a voltage source. Then and then series type of mixing will be possible, correct? So it is a voltage source denoted as Vs. Then in general, we are showing this feedback signal as Xf. So what will be Xf? Will it be Vf?
VF.
Okay, very nice. So it will be Vf. So after mixing, the actual available signal to the input of that basic amplifier will be Vi. Current flowing through that input terminal of that amplifier will be II. Now about this basic amplifier. Out of four, voltage amplifier, current amplifier, transconductance amplifier, and transresistance amplifier. Out of that four, which one will be the basic amplifier?
Voltage amplifier.
Very good. It will be a voltage amplifier. What is its transfer gain? Transfer gain of voltage amplifier is denoted by AV. Right now, this is nothing but feedback network with the feedback factor as beta. Now, how much will be Vf? How you will denote that Vf? Vf equals to in terms of feedback factor, that is beta. What is beta? Beta is nothing but what? Output divided by input of this feedback network. What is its output? It is Xf. You already told that Xf is nothing but Vf divided by its input is what? As we are taking sample as a voltage, and that's why output of this amplifier is a voltage, right? And the same we are applying as the input to this feedback network. So this is the input to that feedback network. Vf is the output, and that's why beta equals to output divided by input. Is it? So how much will be this Vf? And Vf will be equals to beta times of Vo. Correct? Is it okay? So after this block diagram, you have to draw the AC equivalent circuit for the shown feedback amplifier. So how to draw it? I will show you. See, this is nothing but our signal source Vs, as it is voltage amplifier, its input impedance, that will be Ri, as there is a negative type of feedback, the feedback signal that Vf, it should be in series with the Vs, and as we are considering this one as a negative type of feedback, the sign of that Vf, it should be as shown. Okay, this is nothing but Ri of that amplifier, across which we are getting the Vi, and current flowing to that input terminal is Ii of that amplifier. Okay. Now the output side of that amplifier, as it is a voltage amplifier, output will be in terms of voltage with its own impedance, that is Ro, and again RL as it is. So across which, again, we are getting the output voltage VO as shown. This is nothing but output impedance of that amplifier. This is nothing but the output voltage, that is VO, which is equals to AV into VI, gain times of input, right now. So this is nothing but the simple voltage series feedback amplifier and its equivalent. So this is nothing but voltage amplifier, that is basic amplifier. Okay. By considering the resistance of source, that is Rs, is equals to 0 ohm. See, I do not shown the impedance of that source itself, that is Rs. Ideally, it is considered as 0 ohm for voltage source. If it is current source, then it will be in parallel, and ideally it is considered as infinite. Already we discussed all that things. We will not going on to again repeat it. Okay, so that there will be again IO like this. Is it okay up to over here? For the shown block diagram and the topology, that is voltage series feedback amplifier, its AC equivalent circuit is like this. Draw it fastly at your end. Then we'll see, first of all, the effect of negative feedback on its input impedance. So see, yesterday we already discussed about, by considering the topologies, what is the effect of negative feedback on the input impedance of voltage series type of feedback amplifier? Will it be same or less than or equals to? Compare it. RIF for voltage series. RIF will be greater than RI or less than RI or equals to RI. Fast. Yesterday already we covered all the things. No one? Don't give your answer in chat box. I am unable to check the chat box. Okay. So just compare it for voltage series feedback amplifier. RIF and RI. Will it be same or greater than RI or less than RI?
Greater than RI.
It will be greater than RI. Okay. So by how many times it will be greater than RI? That today we have to check. Okay. So for the shown block diagram, that is for the given topology, that is voltage series feedback amplifier, its equivalent circuit is like this. Is it okay up to this AC equivalent circuit? See, in previous circuits, that is common source MOSFET amplifier, during its AC analysis, we already done such type of circuit, but the difference is what? In that previous CS MOSFET amplifier, there was no VF, because in that case, we are not considering feedback. Here we are considering the negative feedback, right now, this one. So how much is the feedback signal, which we are mixing with actual input signal source, that is VS, it is VF. And as it is 180-degree phase shifted, that's why we are calling it as a negative feedback. These two signs, negative, negative, should be common. And then we can say these two signals are out of phase from each other. And as they are in series, the series combination is shown. Okay. Now, first of all, we'll see the effect of negative feedback on input impedance of this given topology, that is voltage series feedback amplifier, right? So before going to that, what is that RIF? It is the impedance looking from input side of that amplifier, and you will observe that RIF equals to VS by II. Okay? RIF is nothing but VS by II. That is source voltage divided by input current. Okay. Now here, note down, by applying KVL to the input loop, can anyone by applying KVL to the input loop? We will have. Can you apply it? Just looking towards that AC equivalent. That means you have to apply that KVL to this input loop. No one? Vs equals to Vi plus Vf. Agree? Yes or no? Vs equals to Vi plus Vf. There are three voltage signals you will observe. Which are those? First one is the source signal. Second one is the drop across input impedance of that amplifier, which we denoted it as a Vi. And third one is the feedback signal, that is Vf. That's why I written it as Vs equals to drop across this Ri plus feedback signal, as it is in 180-degree phase shifted. That's why. Okay. That is equals to, what is Vi? Vi is nothing but II into Ri plus, what is this Vf? How much it is? Already I written it that feedback voltage, that is Vf equals to beta times of Vo. Right now, I will write it as it is. That is beta times of Vo equals to II into Ri plus beta times of, what is Vo? Can anyone? What is Vo? No one? Vo is nothing but AV into Vi. See this one, Vo, it is nothing but AV into Vi, right? Next step, that is equals to II into Ri as it is plus beta times AV into, what is Vi? Vi is nothing but II into Ri, right? Now take this II into Ri as a common, you will get II into Ri in bracket 1 plus beta AV. Okay, and this is nothing but Vs. Now take this Ri towards LHS, so that you will get Vs by II equals to Ri in bracket 1 plus beta times of AV. Okay. Now what is this LHS term? This Vs into II is nothing but what? RIF. So RIF equals to Ri in bracket 1 plus beta AV. Is it okay? Yes or no? Is it okay? May I audible properly?
Yes, sir.
So whatever the derivation I shown, on the blackboard the relation between input impedance of this voltage series feedback amplifier with and without feedback. Are you understood it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just remember this RIF is equals to RI in bracket 1 plus beta AV. So by this, can you conclude RIF and RI? So that RIF is greater than RI. By how much times? 1 plus beta AV times. And this 1 plus beta AV, this term is nothing but desensitivity. So you can write this one as RIF equals to capital D times of RI, one and the same thing, because that capital D is nothing but 1 plus beta AV, and that is the desensitivity of that amplifier. Okay. So just take the screenshot. You will require these things during your study hours. Okay. So hope so. You might have done it. Now we'll switch to the next parameter, that is the effect of negative feedback for the same topology on the output impedance. Okay. Effect of negative feedback on the output impedance of voltage series feedback amplifier. So before going to that, detailed analysis, what is mean by output impedance? Can anyone? It is the impedance looking from output side of that amplifier. Simply, this is nothing but ROF, right? Now, how to determine that ROF? Note down one statement. Output impedance, it is the impedance looking from output side of that amplifier. It is the impedance looking from output side of that amplifier by considering input signal source as 0. By considering input signal source as 0 and RL as disconnected. It is the impedance looking from output side of that amplifier by considering input signal source as 0 and RL as disconnected. Okay. Now, according to this statement, we will go on to develop this block diagram to measure the output impedance. This AC equivalent to measure the output impedance, right? So as per this statement, if we have to make the input signal source as 0, that means Vs equals to 0, how we can make it? By providing short circuit to Vs or open circuit to Vs. What do you think? Anyone can answer. As per the statement, to measure the output impedance of this voltage series feedback amplifier, the requirement is what? We have to consider the input signal source as 0 and RL as disconnected. Okay. So how we can make it 0? By providing short circuit to that Vs or open circuit. Can anyone? No one. Okay. So remember, to make the voltage source,
Open,
yes?
open circuit.
No. It should be a short circuit, remember. To make the current source at 0, we as open. Whenever we have to make the voltage source at 0, we have to short it. Remember this one. If current source is made as short circuit, then there will be an infinite current within its own loop. Okay. Don't make this feedback signal as 0. Huh? As per the statement, consider or only make that signal voltage source as 0 by providing the short circuit. Similarly, as per that statement, disconnect the RL. So I will just show you that RL is disconnected like this. Now consider the voltage available at the output terminal of that amplifier as V instead of VO, and output current as I. Okay, output current is I and output voltage is V whenever we will going on to disconnect this RL from the output of that amplifier. And now we'll going on to measure that output impedance looking like this, that is our ROF. Is it okay? According to this statement, by making input signal source as 0 and by disconnecting RL from the circuit and looking from output side, whatever impedance we're going on to measure, it will be the output impedance. That is nothing but, as we are using the negative feedback, we consider that VF, it will be the output impedance with negative feedback. Okay, that is nothing but ROF. Is it okay? Okay, now apply the KVL to the output loop. By applying KVL, to the output loop now. While determining the input impedance, we applied the KVL to input loop, as we have to find out the effect of negative feedback on output impedance. We're going on to apply the KVL to the output loop. Now again, can anyone apply it? As the output voltage is considered as V, so I can write that V equals to, already there is a one voltage source available in terms of gain, that is AV into VI, plus there will be a drop across RO, and that is nothing but I into RO. The output current is considered as I instead of IO because RL is disconnected. Okay, so across that RO, there will be somewhat voltage drop that we have to consider whenever we will go on to apply the KVL to this output loop. Okay, so V equals to AV into VI plus I into RO. Therefore, I equals to, I can write directly like this. Therefore, I equals to what? V minus AV into VI divided by RO. Okay. Therefore, I equals to V minus AV into VI divided by RO. Just rearrange that terms, right? Now, looking towards this equivalent, you can write as Vs is considered as 0. Therefore, Vi will be equals to how much? Can anyone? Looking towards the input loop of this amplifier, we made that Vs as 0 by providing the short circuit path across it. So my question is, how much will be Vi? So that Vi is equals to Vf. Right now, only these two are there now. That is input voltage across that Ri and the feedback voltage, that is Vf. But here you have to note one thing. The drop across this Ri, suppose that initially Vs is considered as positive, this terminal, the drop will be like this, plus minus. So you will observe that Vi and Vf both will be out of phase, and hence you have to write that Vi is equals to minus Vf. As we are considering negative type of feedback, note down it that Vi is equals to minus Vf. Okay. What is mean by this Vf? It is the feedback voltage. In terms of beta factor, now how much it will be? See, during the analysis of this block diagram, we already noted that Vf equals to beta times of Vo. But while doing the analysis of this output impedance, what is our output voltage? Which output voltage we consider? We consider only V, because RL is disconnected, right now. So this Vf is nothing but beta times of V now instead of Vo. Remember this one. Actually, that Vf is equals to beta times of Vo, right now. But while doing the analysis of this output impedance, as RL is disconnected, as we are considering Vs as 0, that is the requirement. Already I suggested to note down, so that Vf feedback voltage, it will be beta times of output of this amplifier. Output of this amplifier now we are considering by disconnecting RL as V, right now. So it will be minus beta times of V, is it? And hence, that above equation, that is for current, this one, I equals to, rewrite it, V minus AV into VI, right now. So this minus minus, it will become plus. So V plus AV into VI is nothing but what? Beta times of V. So beta V divided by RO as it is. Agree? Now take V common from the RHS side. Therefore you can write I equals to V in bracket 1 plus beta times of AV, bracket complete, divided by RO. Okay. Now take this V towards LHS. Therefore I by V is equals to 1 plus beta times of AV divided by RO. Okay. Now looking towards this AC equivalent, what is ROF? ROF equals to voltage divided by current. What is the output voltage? In this case, it is only V divided by output current is I, right? And we got up to over here. That is I by V, right? Therefore, in next step you can write V by I will be equals to what? It will be equals to RO divided by 1 plus beta times of AV. Is it okay? And this V by I is nothing but ROF. Therefore, ROF equals to this one. But you just write it over here. That is equals to ROF.
Hello, sir.
Yes?
Screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible. Okay, just a minute. Huh? Is it okay now?
Yes.
Shall I repeat it again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So see, our next part is to check the effect of negative feedback on the output impedance of this amplifier. To measure the output impedance, you might have already noted it. The requirement is what? It is the impedance looking from output side of that amplifier by considering its input signal source as 0 and RL as disconnected. Okay. So we make that input voltage source as 0 by providing the short circuit, and that's why we are considering that Vs as 0, RL is disconnected, and at the end we are getting that AC equivalent circuit to measure the output impedance of this voltage series feedback amplifier as shown. Okay. Now what we done by applying KVL to the output loop, as there are almost 3 voltage signals available at the output. Which are those? We are considering by disconnecting that RL, we are considering the output voltage as V and output current as I. Okay. So 3 voltage signals are that output voltage, that is V, then this one AV times of VI, and third one is drop across this RO, that is I into RO. Okay. And that's why we are getting that equation like this. So by applying KVL to the output loop, we have V equals to AV into VI plus I into RO. Okay. Now, from this equation, we can write that I equals to, take this term towards LHS, that is V minus AV into VI, and this multiplier, that is RO, it will be to the denominator. So V minus AV into VI divided by RO. Okay. Now the next statement was, as we are considering this Vs as 0, the input voltage, that is Vi, it will be equals to minus of Vf. Why minus of Vf? Because it is negative type of feedback. Now, what is Vf, or how much will be the feedback voltage in this case? It will be beta times of something, beta times of output, right now, as per this stated equation of that feedback signal in general. Okay, for this topology, right? So Vf, it will be equals to beta times of output voltage of that shown circuit. For the shown circuit, as we are considering output voltage as V and output current as I, so that feedback voltage, that is Vf, it will be beta times of V instead of beta times of VO. That you have to note down, okay? Because that output voltage we are considering as V as RL is disconnected, okay? And hence, this equation for I equals to V, it is actually minus AV into VI. Right now, what is VI? VI is nothing but minus beta times of V. So it will become plus. So V plus AV into beta times of V divided by RO as it is. Okay. Now take this V common so that you will get I equals to V in bracket 1 plus beta AV as it is divided by RO. Okay. Now take this V towards LHS. So the equation will be I by V equals to 1 plus beta AV divided by RO as it is, right? Now looking toward this AC equivalent, that output impedance, looking from output side, how much it will be? That output voltage divided by output current. Output voltage we are considering as V and output current as I. So ROF, it will be equals to V by I, okay? And we got the equation as I by V. So just take the reciprocal so that you will get V by I equals to RO by 1 plus beta AV. Is it? And this V by I, already we mentioned, we cleared it, this one as V by I, that is nothing but ROF. So ROF equals to RO divided by 1 plus beta AV. Is it? Or we can write that ROF equals to RO divided by capital D. Are you agree with this? And hence, by this equation, what we can conclude? Output impedance with negative feedback, it gets decreased as compared to without feedback. So in this way, we check the effect of negative feedback on the input and output impedances of voltage series feedback amplifier. So is it okay? As per our previous lecture and discussion, you can verify it. Okay. So in your theory exam, question may get asked, like for a voltage series feedback amplifier, what is the effect of negative feedback on the input and output impedances? Justify it. Okay. Justify it means what? First of all, you have to write what is the effect on that input and output impedances, which gets increased, which gets decreased, and justification is this derivation part. And from that, at the end, you have to conclude in this way. We concluded that the input impedance of the voltage series feedback amplifier, it gets increased by using negative feedback, and output impedance, it gets decreased by using negative feedback. And by how much times? That is by 1 plus beta EV and 1 by 1 plus beta EV times. That's all, respectively. Correct? So is it okay? Any doubt? So hope so. You might have understood this derivation part or how to justify it properly.